So this commenter says, even when I daydream about hitting the lotto, I never imagine myself buying a house larger than 2,500 square feet. Like no Lambos, just a few Silverados. LOL. I mean, yeah, we're talking about the fact that we're still in our starter home 20 years later and we're probably not going anywhere. And I love my house and I don't need a big fancy house. I don't need a master bedroom that you can land a helicopter in. I don't need a kitchen with an island that you can fuck on. I don't need a foyer the size of Idaho. I don't need all of that shit, right? And so that's what prompted this conversation here. I don't know what kind of house we would ultimately end up building, but it definitely wouldn't be some like McMansion house, right? It's definitely not going to be some 10,000 square foot thing if we ever hit the lotto. It's a waste. I would rather have a 2,500 to 3,500 square foot house on a shit ton of acreage rather than have a big ass house, 10,000 square feet on a smaller lot. I'd rather have land than house. We're in, I think it's 1,800 square feet here, and it's more than enough for us. It's tight at the holidays, and it's always going to be tight at the holidays. We are always going to be jammed in around the holidays, and we're always going to figure out a way to make it work. Day-to-day life, more than enough room here. Our 1,800 square feet is more than enough room. What I would like is to be able to go out and get on my, my little all-terrain buggy vehicle and go riding through the acreage. That's what I would, if we hit the lottery, that's what we would look for. We would look for a big-ass piece of land, preferably wooded, so I didn't have to replant the forest. Which I would do if need be. Like if we bought a 100-acre parcel of land and it was just farmland and I wanted to cut a road all the way back into it and build a house back there, around the house at least to begin with, I would plant as many fucking large caliber trees as I could to kind of reforest the area, if you will. But yeah, land over house is what I would like. I think that too often, too many people keep moving up as their income moves up. So your income is here, your house is here. Then your income goes up, and then you go, we need a bigger house. And then your income goes up, you go, we need a better house. And your income goes up, and you go, we need a better house. And there's something to be said about moving out of your starter home into maybe a second home, but our income has gone up, and our house has stayed here. And that has allowed us to do things like go to Jamaica several times for 10 days a crack, go on a few cruises, be able to afford a private high school for our daughter to the tune of $5,000-$6,000 a year in room and board for her to go there. Shit like that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I would rather spend my money on other things than the house and just have a modest... If you guys ever have time, there are two houses I'd like you look up the house for you to look up. Look up the house that Jimmy Carter lived in, and look up the house that Warren Buffett lives in. Enjoy.